Hi there, welcome to Andertons TV. This is Guitar Paradiso with Mick
and Pete. How are you doing? Peter Green.
Oh, I see. Les Pauls, right.
Les Pauls.
The Andertons Inspired By series.
Yes.
Now let's make it clear right from the top. These are not signature instruments. They're not official signature guitars.
They're not endorsed by any artists in any way, shape or form.
What they are examples of what can be achieved if you go and spec out a guitar at the Gibson Custom Shop.
Exactly.
Now, there are a few benefits to doing that. You can choose, your hardware and pickups. You can choose the finish hue. You can choose things like neck shape. So you can kind of
tops.
Yeah. So if the standard 58 and 59 reissues aren't for you for whatever reason, and you want this specific combination of stuff, you can go and spec one out. Now.
Yeah.
That's all good, but it's lengthy process.
Yeah.
Can be quite a hassle. And, dare we say this, there is always the chance that when you order a custom guitar, it becomes so massive in your head.
Yeah.
That when you finally get it back and you play it for the first time, you're like,
that wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah.
And then you have to pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
Which I would imagine would be more than if you get one of these Andertons Inspired By series.
Yeah, or just
go. We make more than one.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, brings the price down. So, yeah. Well, what we have, we've got 4 of them here. The one I have here is a Peter Green inspired guitar.
Lemon burst.
Yeah. So, with all of those specs that his 59 would have, of course, it's built on the 59 version.
Yeah, with one significant difference. All of these guitars have quite flamey tops.
Yeah. Because the tops have been picked by Lee and Matt, so they've it's not the exact copy of the guitar. It's just something that inspired them to build these guitars.
Yeah, because the likelihood is if you're going, what I really want is a 59 style Les Paul, chances are there are going to be a few players probably in your mind. There's going to be, let's see, Clapton, Page,
Peter Green,
Gary
Moore,
maybe
Slash, which I know they've done Slash inspired one as well.
Yeah, I mean there are players
which we haven't have here.
Players down the ages who have become utterly iconic for using these guitars. So I suspect if you phoned up Gibson and got them in a candid mood, they would tell you that the majority of guitars they get requests for are from those kinds of players. Yeah,
exactly. And of course, being Gibson, they've got the specs for however they would have made them and how the neck profiles would be and what kind of pickups and all that stuff, and then they would make them to that sort of specifications as close as it can be.
And the most obvious thing being the fade on that sunburst, because lest we forget that 58 to 60 they were all pretty bright red sunburst.
Yeah.
It's only over the years that they've gone off to
these are quite flamey and pretty.
Yeah, but the red has faded away.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't particularly colour fast on some of the guitars. The later they get, the more the colour seems to stay. But in any case, and they fade down to these lovely bursts, which we non-bursts, whichever way you want to look at it, that we love so much today.
Yeah, the nickel hardware. So you've got there, I believe that's the Jimmy Page inspired.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So with his
number 1, because it's got the uncovered.
So, exactly, and I think this one has got the ellipse carved
asymmetrical neck.
Asymmetrical neck profile.
It's a little bit fatter on the bass side than the treble side.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. It's not a big neck by 59 standards by any stretch of the imagination.
Not at all. This one has got a bit more of a chunky neck on it. The Peter Green, of course, which they got Grover tuners on there.
Yeah.
So the specs are to sort of that those guitars.
Yeah.
Then we've got a Clapton here, which is a 60.
Inspired by the Beano guitar, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's a Jimmy Page number 2. Let's hold them up, shall we? So
I'm going to ask you a question straight off the bat, Pete.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I've said straight off the bat.
Straight on the bat again.
Yeah. So
cricket.
Yeah, straight off the racket.
The racket.
Are you a pickguard on or pickguard off man?
Oh, there we go. See, that's a good question actually. Actually, when I look at these, I actually like it off in a way. Yeah.
I like it on. There we are. You see.
But I also like it on.
Yeah.
But I've played these guitars on the guitar on top shelf guitars. All of these guitars are you can hear them properly, getting a good old thrashing on there, playing some blues and a little bit Jimmy Page inspired stuff. So if you keep an eye on the YouTube channel, you will see these guitars on there as well. And this the Clapton one here has gone already. So some lucky dude has got that. That's very, very nice as well.
Lest it
so we're borrowing that today.
Gets the same fate as Clapo's 60, which was nicked, wasn't it? That's what he lost it. He was heartbroken.
Yeah, exactly. No, I've nicked it now because I like it.
And unemployed Pete.
Yeah, with a really nice.
Right, come on.
Anyway,
enough.
Let's play. Yeah, so let's have a listen. So you're plugged into a Marshall.
I'm plugged into the Astoria Custom, which is Marshall's latest boutique type amp. This is 30 watts, 1x12 combo, and it sounds like this. Actually, I better not play any of that kind of stuff. Nice rasp on that.
That sounds good, doesn't it?
It's going to give it a bit more of this and a bit more of that and a bit more.
And a bit of. You know, that was one thing when I did the guitar the top shelf guitar videos. They just got so much sustain, these guitars. It's insane. It really is. Right, okay.
There's a Spinal Tap quote in there somewhere.
Yeah, just listen to it. That's all you get. If it was, what is it? I can't remember. Anyway, so this is the Peter Green into the Fender.
Oh, we need some reverb. Got any reverb? Yeah, nice.
There we go. What do they play? It's great, isn't it? The sustain is kind of. I can almost feel it.
I think so everyone knows about Les Pauls and Marshalls and overdrive, but just knock some of that reverb off a sec, Pete, just a tiny bit, and just play some more of that clean stuff on the neck pickup. you know, when you get a vintage style PF pickup, they just play clean, really nice.
Really nice. Yeah. Nice and round and doesn't offend anyone.
Yeah, that one doesn't have the kind of hollowed out sound, does it? So it's not the out of phase sound.
No.
No.
Sustain for days.
See this one? I'll just make this one a little bit cleaner. See what happens there. This amp's breaking up a little bit more, but. Get a bit more treble. Try that.
Bit more treble. Try that. Yeah. You got a bit of there's a carbon copy delay going on down here with a bit of.
Sweet sounding guitar.
This is sweet on there. Good, you know, and the amps are not, you know, well, the Marshall is a bit of a top end one. This is kind of, you know, around 650-ish. So it's not like we going into really expensive amps.
Yeah.
The guitar just sounds great. I want to try the Clapton.
Okay.
Oh God.
Should I help?
Yes, please. I'm back.
Pete's actually got, these aren't particularly heavy. Pete's actually got a very bad back.
Yeah,
so.
Sorry about that. Right.
Actually, I'm gonna. What's the collective noun for Les Pauls? It's like a burst of Les Pauls, is it?
A burst.
Yeah.
Well, this is very different to play. This is definitely a 60s neck, much slimmer neck. Completely different sound, if you ask me.
That's weird. It's dark. It's
completely different.
Darker and thinner all at the same time.
Completely different.
What do you think? What?
I just can't. It still sounds great, but it's a completely different tone. Completely different. Hang on. What am I doing? So the pickups are, of course, spec'd after what they would have been in those guitars. So they, you know, as much as you can.
Yeah.
You know, it's inspired by, so it's not the exact, you know. So, but. It's completely different.
It's darker, isn't it?
Completely.
Okay, we'll swap these in a minute because I want to hear that through the.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is, I love that kind of cross. You know, the flaws in the maple there. So you get the beautiful tiger, but you also get these flaws, and I love that. It just gives the thing so much character.
No, there's a little bit there.
Yeah.
Little.
Does it look like the Beano? No. The burst is the wood pattern would be very different.
Yeah.
So it's not trying to replicate the grain pattern, but you know, inspired by in terms of the colour and all the rest of it. Let's have a listen to this one through the Marshall.
So that's the page 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's got the fatter neck on it. This one. Have you plugged yourself in, darling?
No,
therein lies the problem.
Lies the basic problem.
Sometimes that helps when you plug the guitar into the amp.
Much bigger neck on this one.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like the
no.
asymmetrical carve of that one.
No, this one.
Oh yeah,
That's
one.
the yeah.
Much bigger 59 style neck, much more to my liking.
Yeah, I must say I prefer that. This is maybe a little bit slim for me.
It's got that real kind of raspy thing that they have. Almost like a real like a wonderful.
I want you to try this through that, please. Oh!
Right, I'm just going to play the same thing again. Now this guitar,
this is lighter.
This one's got a much smaller neck.
Can I just say that's just in the amp? That's just the amp. That's not a pedal in front of that amp. That's just the amp.
No,
that sounds great. Have
this
you got a pedal on?
No,
you haven't.
This is. Then you put the pedal on, which is a full-tone plimsoll.
Yeah, man.
It's that sound.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it's that sound.
It's
I'm just
that
too
sound.
tired, man.
Okay, let's get back. Just gonna.
Wow, that sounds good. That amp as well, doesn't it? But you know, Les Paul into a Marshall.
Okay.
I've got this thing about a Fender into a Fender, Les Paul into a Marshall. It's just it's kind of just the sound. You go, yes, yeah. please, more of that.
So, but I've fattened it up a little bit and rolled some of the gain off. Let's see.
The famous Russian composer.
Probably playing that entirely wrong.
Probably.
And I think the 2x12 of the Blues Breaker has a lot more. That was a little bit more overdriven.
Yeah.
But it's got that.
But you got it like, yay! It makes me smile.
I know. I'm sort of cringing at all the comments that are going to be happening right now.
We're trying to be Jimmy Page, Eric Clapton, and Peter Green all roll into one.
Yeah.
Which we cannot be because that's them.
Yeah. Fail.
We can be us, and we can just jam out.
Fail.
Have a good time. Hashtag all right.
I think this one's my favourite actually.
Right, so let's try this through the Fender. That's again a much fatter sound, isn't it, than that one? This is more open than this one was into the Fender. It's crazy. Which one was this? That was a Jimmy Page number 2, wasn't it?
That's the Jimmy 2.
Yeah. So I should probably playing. Well, he would play Martian, wouldn't he? So.
To be fair, he played all kinds of amps, but
Yeah, he did, yeah.
But you know, the fact is, it's mahogany, maple, vintage style pickups, a rosewood fingerboard, vintage style bridge. You know, they're never going to be a million miles apart sound-wise, are they?
No, they're not. No. But still, they are. That's really funny because they are, and they feel different.
I think they vary as much as any other 58 or 59.
I think you're completely right.
Yeah, which actually underlines why you should go out and play a few, because not everyone likes the same thing. Some people like heavier guitars that sound a bit thicker. Some people like the lighter guitars with the more imbalanced pickups, which sound brighter. So,
and of course, these are all premium guitars, premium price range as well. We're going to put the links below. So you are spending good money, but it's.
I would also say that, you think Gibson Les Paul, you think a Les Paul is a Les Paul is a Les Paul. Now, anyone who's owned lots of Les Pauls will know that's absolutely not the case. And for my money anyway, these custom shop historic type guitars, and certainly these inspired by guitars, are different beasts entirely from your USA standard Les Paul.
Yeah, they're completely different.
That's not necessarily to say better or worse, it's to say entirely different. So if you've got hankering for a Les Paul and you've got a few hours, play a few and just...
And a few bobs as well, because it's that every time you spend a little bit more, you get that much more.
Some people just love the standard thing, and that works brilliantly for them. And some people love the vintage thing. And I think it's important to understand it before you decide which you think is better, worse, or.
But these are VOS standards, so they're not. It's not like they've. It's not like they've been relic. What do you call it? Like aged
not relics.
in any way. So they are just VOS. Guitars, but they are really nice. I really enjoy playing them. So you should go and watch the videos on each guitar and have a listen to them through clean and a bit of jamming and all that. So anyway, shall we give it some and play us out? Okay. So if you want to have a look at these guitars, you can either come into Andertons, or you can look at it in the description below for all the links. And that was the Inspired By series, and of course. You can, if you've got any guitars or players that you think, I would love to maybe see one of those guitars,
like a Kossoff one, for example.
Exactly.
Or a Billy Gibbons.
A Billy Gibbons.
Yeah.
Put it.
And we just say these are not official signature guitars at all. No. They're simply to feed ideas about the kind of guitar you might want to.
Yeah. So you could actually see what you can get from the custom shop program. What is it called exactly? It's made to measure.
Made to measure.
So you can go in and you can. This is what you can get from the made to measure program from Gibson, and you can come down to Anderton and speak to any of the guys and then say, I would like one that is like this or inspired by that, and that's basically what we've done to show you that you can actually do it as well. So there we are.
Or just walk out with one of these, of course.
Exactly, I'll just get one of these because they're all really awesome. Epic, as the kids say these days. Anyway, thank you for watching Guitar Paradiso, Gibson Inspired By series from Andertons. And I've been Pete.
I've been Mick.
We'll see you soon.